54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go. Look at me. Zipper. Check, Mike.
From the gun, Copeland. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. Complete. Smith has it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Fields. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Jefferson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Watch the run, watch the run. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Check the hot read. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Shit. Look, squeeze. Yes. Hey, let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Check. Jim. Hard. Fight.
Now a give, right side. Jefferson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
65. Mike 50. I'm coming for you. You mine. Hey, Echo. Hey, check. Mike 50.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
What to say?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And it's 3rd down.
Run it, run it. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
From the gun, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Mike's 50. Hey, Sam off. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Come to my work. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Come to my work. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. You're out. Switch. Switch. Hey. Stay open. Stay open. Ready.
Back to throw. Copeland. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Taking it about the 16.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Ready, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Hey.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On the ready.
50, Mike's 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Back.
And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike's 50. You can't block me.
Snap.
On 1st down, Copeland. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Terry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Go. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Hey, Mike.
2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Check
To throw on 3rd down, Copeland. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Mike's 50. Squeeze, double.
Hey, Mike 50. Mike 50. You ain't going nowhere.
Go.
50. Mike's 50.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike's 50. Go.
Come on, D.
Go Mike 50, Mike 50.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Hustle, hustle. Get it.
From the gun, Copeland. Catch made here by Campbell. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Smooth. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Big grip, big grip.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Copeland, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Box drop. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Watch the run.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, check. 59. Pick me up. Yep.
Mike's 59.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Copeland, he's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now.
Harris. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners inside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Look at me. Go. Go. Say. Yo, go. Go.
Watch twins.
On 2nd down now, it's Fields. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Here we go.
Bravo.
50, Mike, 50. Check back. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. I got one.
Hey, orbit.
Mike's 50. Wild Bill.
Go.
2nd and 13. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check, 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 check.
Five. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Here I come.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Bears take over third. At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Now they try the right side here. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third and long. Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's checking.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ready, break. Hey, lock it.
Slam, slam, slam.
On third down, Jefferson. And some space here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Bears' 35-yard line.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
Here's the party now.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Coming. Hey, no, look, hey, we got Mike's 50.
Get it.
To throw on 2nd down, Copeland. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
I got you, I got you.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 32 on the play.
1st down, Chicago.
Ready? Right. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Check 43.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they give this time to the tailback. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Fields. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And an alley to run. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And it's taken in at the 9. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Operating from the gun, Fields. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
On third down, Fields looking for his running back, and he's got it. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as to understand where they are in the field.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Crunch time, defense. Check.
Throwing on third and long. Fields looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images